What is going on, traders, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad to have you. Now in this video, I'm going to be going over my watch list for the trading week of May 30th, 2022. Let's get to it. All right, catalyst for this week. Even though we do have some scheduled reports coming out this week, I didn't really see anything that could possibly move the market in a major way. But of course, with that being said, you should always keep your ear out for any news or anything that could happen. All right, with that, let's go ahead and take a look at this week's earnings calendar. Okay, so the market is closed on Monday, so we have a lighter week of earnings being reported. The ones I'm going to be keeping my eye on this week is going to be Salesforce, Chewy, Hewlett-Packard, Crowdstrike, and Lululemon. I may even take a look at Chargepoint also because I know a lot of people are in that play. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our watch list. All right, first up is going to be Chewy, ticker symbol CHWY. Now here I have Chewy pulled up on the weekly chart here, and you can see that back in, 2019, Chewy held this $22.50 level quite a few times. It got as low as $20.50, but buyers came in and bought it up. Now, you can see that when it started its run up, that's the beginning of the pandemic, because a lot of the pet owners were buying their pet supplies online. But since then, you can see it's sold off almost $100 since then, and it's bounced 3 times around this $22.50 level. Now, with that being said, Chewy makes the majority of their money because people are ordering their pet supplies online. Now, with the world being open again, I'm curious to see if they're going to report positive or negative earnings. I know I'm not supposed to be biased, but I'm really leaning towards the downside of Chewy for this one. And if they do report negative earnings or losing money, I'm looking for Chewy to drop down to around $15. All right. Now, if they do report good earnings, the highest that I see it going is around $31. All right. So keep Chewy on your watch list and let's see what happens. All right, up next is Salesforce, ticker symbol CRM. Now here I have this one pulled up on the weekly chart here. Now I haven't traded this stock before, so I had to look into it a little bit. And Salesforce is an application software company that has increased their annual revenue from 2018 until present. So this is a pretty good company, and I'm imagining that it sold off the way it did just because of the overall market. And you can see within the last 3 weeks or so that it's held around $154.50. So the levels that I'm going to be watching for this one, if they report good earnings, it has to stay above $164. And if it does, I'm looking for it to push up to maybe $185 or so, with a ceiling around of $198. Now on the bearish side, if they cannot hold $164, the level that I'm looking for it to hold is around $154.50. If it can't hold this, then I'm looking for it to come down to around $144. Okay, so keep Salesforce on your watch list and let's see what happens. Up next is Crowdstrike, ticker symbol CRWD. Now here I have it pulled up on the weekly chart. And just in case you're not familiar, Crowdstrike is a cybersecurity company with a primary focus on vulnerability management. Now, with all the news stories and hype about hacking and whatnot, it's not surprising that this company is pretty popular within the trading circles. All right, with that said, just understand that this company is not profitable just yet, and they're barely eking by on their earnings. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of these levels that I'm going to be watching for this week. All right, so on the bullish side, right now, CrowdStrike is sitting around $167. It has to get above this $169 level, because you can see in the past, this 169 level was a support level that it broke through. So it bounced quite a few times here. So the first thing it has to do is get above $169. And if it does, the first level that I'm looking for it to test is around $180.50. If it has enough volume, the next level that I'm looking for it to test is around $213.25. All right. So on the bearish side, if they produce bad earnings, or if they announce bad earnings, I should say, and it does not get above $169, I'm looking for it to come down and test around $152.25. And if it can't hold this, the lowest I'm looking for it to go is around $129.50. All right. So keep CrowdStrike on your watch list and let's see what happens. All right, up next is going to be Nvidia, ticker symbol NVDA. Now here I have this one also pulled up on the weekly chart, and you can see by this really big green candle, Nvidia had a fantastic week last week, and I hope a lot of you got involved in these trades. Went from around $161 up to $188. A lot of money to be made right here. So for this upcoming week, if this bullish trend continues, and Nvidia can hold $187.50 at open, I'm looking for it to run up to around $208.50. All right. Now, if it can't hold this one, on the market decides it wants to sell off a little bit, the range that I'm looking for it to come test is around $161. Okay. So still a lot of money to be made to the up or to the downside with this one. So keep it on your watch list and let's see what happens. All right, and last up is going to be Chargepoint, ticker symbol CHPT. Now here I have it pulled up on the weekly chart here. And there was a lot of hype behind this stock because a lot of people figured that this company would benefit from the infrastructure bill. But as you know, that has not panned out yet. But within the hype, you can see it got as high as around $50. But within the last 3 weeks, it's sold off to $8.50. And also keep in mind that since they've been reporting, ChargePoint has missed on all their earnings. Okay. Now this company does not have a huge range that it could move, but within the last 3 weeks, it's gone from 2 weeks, I should say, it's gone from around $10 to $13.45. So on the bullish side, if ChargePoint reports good earnings, I'm looking for it to come up and test around $15.60. And if it reports bad earnings, I'm looking for it to test around $11.75. If it can't hold that, the next level is going to be around $11.43. And if it can't hold that, I'm looking for it to drop all the way down to around $10.50. It doesn't have a huge range, but the options are cheap. So if you want to play this one, just keep these levels on your watch list and let's see what happens. And that is the end of the video. If you found value, please smash that like button and consider subscribing. Here's wishing you a prosperous week of trading. And until next week, talk to you later.